Hi everyone, my name is Aria Christie. I am a trigeminal neuralgia survivor. So I started this blog that I wanted to use in order to help other people with survivors, and it's been suggested to me that I also try making a YouTube channel. So this is my first attempt at it. You're gonna have to excuse me if it's kind of crummy, but hey, first time for everything. So there's a lot of issues with trigeminal neuralgia. First off, it's incurable. And second off, not a lot of healthcare providers actually know that it exists. So there's a long way to go from symptoms to diagnosis, unfortunately. And today I'm just going to kind of talk about some of the issues that we face along the way. First of all, we deal with, again, like I said, symptoms to diagnosis is a long way off. You get doctors who make you feel like you're crazy or tell you it's everything under the sun except for what it really is. And unfortunately, you've got to fight the healthcare system, which I know is not an easy thing to do whatsoever. Luckily for me, my road was only about 7 months until I found out what it was, but not everybody is that lucky. Another issue a lot of survivors, or as we like to call ourselves, warriors, face is our family and friends. Unfortunately, with TN, the only physical thing that you can really see sometimes is your eye will get swollen, your face will kind of get droopy. I know that that's an issue that I have especially. But because that exists only in that way, your friends and family tend to be like, well, there's no proof that you're really sick. Maybe you're just depressed. Maybe it's all in your head. It's just, they don't believe you sometimes. And I've known people who have lost their husbands, their wives, really good friends, just a lot's taken away from you because of this illness. Personally, again, I was a college student studying to be a doctor, and that's all on hold now. Thanks to this illness, it's taken a lot away from me. But back to the friends and family, they tend to want physical proof that there's something wrong with you, and there's not a whole lot of that with the TN again. So you're kind of left floundering. And your support group that's supposed to be there for you through thick and thin, they're not always there. Again, you get a lot of, oh, it's all in your head. Trust me, it's not. You're not crazy. You're not alone. There are hundreds of thousands of people out there who are dealing with this illness just like you are. They just refuse. I'm sorry, let me start that over. It's just really, really difficult for people to understand unless they're actually going through it themselves. Another issue is, doctors. Doctors want to throw you on all these kinds of crazy meds that can make you feel even worse than what the TN makes you feel, or, they don't want to actually get to the root of the problem. So they just keep upping your dose and upping your dose until finally they've reached a limit on what they can give you for meds, and then they're kind of like, there's nothing else I can do. And then another issue is, of course, the medication itself. It doesn't always work for everybody, and there's very little that can be done, medically wise. There's 2 surgeries and a few medications that you can try. Again, none of them are a guarantee. Again, this illness has no cure. So the surgeries for this are kind of terrible. One of them is an MVD, which is where they go in through an incision in your head, and they wrap Teflon around the artery that could be hitting the nerve and try to fix the compression nerves. Doesn't always work. I personally have a friend who it worked for about 3 weeks, and now she's back to square one, being in excruciating pain all the time. I wish I knew what else to tell you on that, but I don't. I've reached the max on a lot of my medications, and I'm still in pain 95% of the time. It's pain in the ass. That's all I can say about that without wanting to burst into tears, because I'm going through my own trials and tribulations as is. What else? I mean, there's just so much. There's so much, and everybody's experience is different, obviously. And again, all I can say for the people out there that might be suffering from it, or for the people out there who know somebody who's suffering from it, you're not alone. I promise you, you are not alone whatsoever. There are support groups. There are people out there who would love to help you. I personally have a blog where I discuss my journey. I'm on many support groups. Without them, I probably would have gone insane by now. Look them out. Find them. Find help. Do whatever you can. Unfortunately, the nickname for this illness is suicide disease, because there's not a lot of help out there to be given. Many people choose to take their own lives rather than face this pain, and I can't blame them. I have reached the point that if it weren't for my support group, I probably would be one of the statistics. It hurts. It hurts more than I can bear some days. And for those of us that have made it through day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute, you're not alone. And you never will be. All we can do is fight for a cure, fight for ourselves, fight for the rights that are trying to be taken away from us. But just try to remember, you're a warrior. And I hope that this video and the others that I plan on making, and my blog even, can just be a source of light for other people. And if you ever need someone to talk to, my door is always open. I will be posting links to everything that I can. And I hope and I pray that somebody who needs this is able to find it. And I hope that one day we have a cure. I hope that there's something that can be looked forward to in the medical world. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope this has brought at least a little insight. Like I said, it's my first video, so it might be a little rough, but hopefully I'll get better as time goes on. And again, remember, we are survivors. We are warriors. Always and forever.